geospatial business moving more towards system integrators and solution providers, and the reasons for doing the same. I think you look at the business primarily the decisions are made by the customer, and the customer today is more towards consumerism. So as a result of that, what we find is that the decisions are now being made by the customer who says, I need a solution. He doesn't require bits and pieces of the parts of the solution. Like, he doesn't want a data provider, he doesn't want a hardware provider or a software provider or a service provider. What he requires is a solution. That's what the customer is demanding at this point of time. So as a result of that, what we are seeing all around the world is that there is more focus towards solutions as opposed to being there for bits and pieces. The second part is that you also see now that technology plays an extremely important role in integrating all of these things together. And it actually at times very difficult even to say that I would provide just one piece of it. Example being, take the example of cloud computing. Now in case of cloud computing, would you say a hardware provider should be somebody else, and my software will run and I'll do the pay per usage, and who monitors it? So instances of this are leading us to think that it's the solution which has to be provided. I'll give you a couple of more examples which are very relevant to the geospatial industry. The old way of digitization of maps used to happen. Today maps do not exist any longer. How are the geospatial information coming in terms of low-flying aircraft, or there are satellite imagery that's there, mobile computing and all that. And that certainly eliminates the pure digitizer and provides you a lots of information in the digital form already. Now you take that on and the software works on it. So you can't now say for the data you need a different supplier. That's how we are seeing the whole world is moving more towards integrators and solution providers. The money is all in technology is what I spoke yesterday. And people have to recognize that there are a fairly large number of disruptive technologies which are at play currently. Take the example of SMAC, which is social, mobility, analytics and cloud. These are changing the way in which business has been done so far. Today we can get data from the social media as opposed to getting it from the maps. So that is a disruption that has happened. I saw a demonstration yesterday in the Netherlands with one of our customers, where based on the car he was driving, the map can further get updated as opposed to just taking the map and then drive the car. You take the map and drive the car, but on the vice versa of it is you can also update the map based on how the driver took the car around. This is at an aggregate level. You will find there is more amount of data points. That's how the corrections can happen. So therefore, the disruption that we are seeing at this point of time is in terms of SMAC, and part of the SMAC I also talked about is mobility, which is all about connectivity. The whole world gets connected today at this point of time, and the connectedness is becoming multifold, especially because of the Internet of Things that come in. So Internet of Things, as people say, now will probably make this world connected to about 30 billion people and things, about 2 billion of people and about 28 billion things. In that scenario, the type of applications are far, far different from the applications that have been done so far. Whether it is agriculture, it is healthcare, it is cattle breeding, the farmer, every one of them. So the money lies in terms of making sure that you can imbibe that new technology and make sure you create applications which have the best of GUIs, and making sure that these are very beneficial to the customer. Customer looks for value. So if you want to create value for the customer, you need to use newer and newer technology which delivers value for money.